Subway is trying to get sold. Some reports say that it's trying to be valued above $10 billion. But did you know that more than 4,000 Subway restaurants in the United States failed over just the last 3 years? And that Pizza Hut, a big brand, had 1,000+ franchise failures in the same period. Before you buy a franchise, it's important you receive the information, not just from the person that's selling you the franchise or the franchise development person, the broker, but from the franchise disclosure document and public information on how that performance is doing. At Vetted Biz, we make it easy for you. We've gone through recently 500 fast food franchises and created a list of the 50 worst fast food franchise chains based on net unit loss over the past 3 years. So net unit loss, there can be 7,000 businesses that open and 8,000 businesses that close. The net unit loss is going to be 1,000. So we're using that number. We're not using total closures, cease for other operations. We're also giving some of these brands kind of the benefit of the doubt, also including the openings in the calculation, and it's the net decrease of locations across their system. So starting with Subway, 21,000 locations in the US right now. They closed 4,700 locations in the last 3 years, representing 15% of their total franchise system. Now, Pizza Hut's the only one that's on the list twice. Why they're in the list twice? They have two models. The traditional model, it's going to be a standalone restaurant. The non-traditional model might be an airport. Price range anywhere $367,000 up to $2 million for a Pizza Hut. Traditional, they closed net loss of over 1,000 locations, and 14% of the system went away over the past 3 years. Number 3 was a bit of a surprise for me. Dunkin Donuts, now recently rebranded Dunkin, 8,000 locations in the United States. They had a net loss of 988 units. The minimum investment to get in Dunkin Donuts is going to set you back $437,000 and then all the way up to $1.8 million to open up a Dunkin. Bimbo Bakeries, number 4, a Mexican brand that made an acquisition a few years back to have a huge entry in the United States. Hasn't really worked out as planned. They have 6,000 locations in the US and they lost 700+ locations over the last 3 years. Number 5, Burger King, 7,000+ locations in the US, net loss of 635 units. The franchise is going to set you back anywhere from $230,000, imagine you're opening up in an airport, all the way up to $4.19 million. Next up is you have McDonald's. A bit surprised to see this on the list. You have 13,000 locations in the US, net unit loss of 606 locations. Going to be an investment of $481,000 up to $2.4 million for a McDonald's franchise. Next up is Ace Sushi that had net loss of 583 locations. They're providing sushi to different points of sale, including grocery stores. Number 8, you have Pizza Hut non-traditional. So again, airport, train station, college campus. They had net loss of 383 locations, representing 12% of their franchise system that went away over the past 3 years. Number 9, Jimmy John's, another brand that's owned by Work Capital together with Dunkin Donuts. 2,600+ locations in the US. They lost 300 locations over the past 3 years. Sandwich category was hit really hard during COVID. If you want to open up a Jimmy John's, it's going to set you back $350,000 up to about $700,000. Number 10 on the list, another pizza brand, Little Caesars, 4,100 locations in the US, net loss of 274 locations. I saw all over social media they were boosting about franchise agreements signed and how they've developed so many locations, and they did not mention all the closures that are happening in the Little Caesars system. So there you have it, the 10 franchises listed by total unit closures over the past 3 years.